Hi there, Prince Christopher. It's me again. It's me. Hi, how you doing? First of all, I want to say that I'm really glad that you gave me the title, The Super Angry Monkey. I am the Super Angry Monkey. That's cool. That's awesome. Now, your first point was that you believe that I have a severe mental anger problem, and that every time I hear somebody who disagrees with me, I blow my top. Blah, 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 blah. First of all, where'd you get your fucking psychiatry degree from to make that diagnosis? Second of all, I have a severe problem. Need I remind you, you have a flag. A flag for a fictional empire that you have made up in your own head. It's sitting back there behind you. Prince Christopher of New Atlantis. What? I know you're into your Greek heritage, blah, blah, blah. Fuck you. You have no right to fucking tell anybody they got a severe problem. You have a severe fucking problem. Now, I didn't know when I started insulting you that you have Asperger's autism, but it's a lot more fun now. The next point you made was that you're misspeaking or misunderstanding my complaint that the rich shouldn't have to pay a higher tax bracket than middle class or poor people. Your point was that you misunderstanding that doesn't mean that it debunks your argument. It does. It does. It shows that you don't know enough about what's going on to say anything. What about capital gains tax? What about corporate tax? What about all these other taxes that these motherfuckers that you hate so much pay? We're not just talking about fucking income here, you dickhead. You asshole. You are trying to say that rich people have not earned their position in life because you state over and over again, the boss that works his ass or sits his ass in his office all day, surfing the internet, checking his email, blah, 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 blah. You have a definite opinion that rich people don't work for their money. You have that opinion. You are trying to say it, and you've said it many times in many ways. You're not well-spoken. You're a dickhead. You're an asshole and a socialist. It's not your right to a house. It's not your right to a car. It's not your right. There is no right to a car. There is no right to a house. There is no right to that shit. There's no right. There is no expressly granted right that grants you a house, a car, a quality of life. There is none. Now, don't get me wrong. If you look at statistics, oh my God, statistics! If you look at them, our shit-poorest class's standard of living has been going up for the last 20 years, while our top percent bracket, the top 1%, is going down. The rich aren't getting richer, and the poor aren't getting poorer. You fucking communist. You want me to explain to you how a rich person can be rich without their employees working for them? Well, those employees are filling slots. They don't need those guys. And no, I wouldn't expect that a successful businessman believes he's magical. That'd be you, pal. A guy working 80 hours a week is a hard worker. He earned his living, even if he makes $7 an hour, right? Shut up. We're not talking about those guys specifically. Now, I don't believe that I believe that the unskilled laborer, the guy with no training, no skills, and no future, should have to work 80 hours a week to make a living. I'm sorry, I'm not with you here. I'm not with you here. You say, you know, you can't go off to college when you have a family, when you have... Shut the fuck up. They shouldn't have had a family, for one. They should not have been shitting out kids they couldn't afford. You dumb asshole. You shouldn't have a kid. You shouldn't have a car payment you gotta pay with a car you can't afford. Buy a junker and drive your ass to fucking college. Now, all that being said, even with a family, even with a car payment and bills to pay and all that, if you want it bad enough, you'll do it. You'll do it on your own. You can do it. Even with all that stuff you said, it's not the government's job to make sure that those people get those opportunities. It's your job to get off your ass and do it. if you got to take night classes, you got to do what you got to do, but you can do it. So shut up. Shut up. You're wrong. Shut up. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're a fucking moron who believes you're magical. For what? Don't fuck with people who live in this world. This one. I live here in the real world. You live in your own world. Now, you say, you know, this Karen, blah, blah, blah. She belongs in the fucking kitchen. She needs to go back to the kitchen and make me a sandwich. Good. Now, you also say, oh, just because they make $650, that's not a good salary? If I made $1 million that year, you're goddamn right $650,000 isn't a good salary. You're attributing your standard of living to them. That's socialism, pal. That's socialism. Socialism! Did you know that in most states, if you get a B average in high school, you can go to college for free? They're called Hope Grant here in Georgia, but it's in a lot of states. Most, more than half. Now, you said your boss man doesn't care about you. He does if you're valuable to him. I can tell you've never been a desirable commodity in the workforce. Believe me, I know it. I can note it about your personality just deriving what I've seen when I hear you talk. But he cares about you if you make him money. And you don't make him money if you're performing the menial tasks. You're filling a slot then. You're drifting through life like a lump of shit. And I'm questioning your standard of living. The prince of a fucking empire should definitely have a higher standard for living than you're espousing right now. And you said you don't jump in to defend the amazing atheist. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. You were just throwing out your opinion. Fuck your opinion! And fuck you! Hi there, you said you have a book coming out. Are you self-publishing? I bet you are. I guarantee you no respecting publishing company is gonna fucking publish your shit. I promise you. You know, people bitch at me, oh, you're a ghostwriter. Yeah, I am. Because that's what you have to do to pay the fucking bills when you're a writer for real. And why do I defend the right of the rich guy to make money? Because they make stuff I use. And I want that stuff to be affordable. Have a nice day.